Hello, and welcome to Girl Talk with Virginia. This is my very first episode of Girl Talk with Virginia, and I am so excited because from now on, every Monday at 1 o'clock, I will be on live with Girl Talk with Virginia. So, let me give you a little background information about how Girl Talk with Virginia evolved. In January, I had a challenge. It was called Women in Weight, More is Yours. And it was a group of professional women. And it was a challenge we had. It was 6 weeks challenge. And we had daily inspiration, tips, tools. We had expert speakers on the challenge. And it was phenomenal. But one of the components in the challenge was girl talk. And so I kind of like tweaked it and evolved it because it was such an intense conversation with a whole group and bunch of professional women. So I was like, okay, let me use this a little more because it really sparked a lot of conversation for professional women about life, how to handle certain pressures and worries so that you can be more effective as a professional woman, have a well-rounded life, and most of all, which is part of today's topic, have peace. So welcome to Girls Talk with Virginia. So today we're going to dive into you're missing out on peace. So why are you missing out on peace? Right? Peace. And I know right now in the midst of COVID, you're like, peace, child, please. With all these kids and family and everybody at home and nobody can get out of the house, how do you expect for me to have peace? But guess what? That's not the type of peace I'm talking about. That's external peace. I'm talking about the inner peace. What could you do to gain inner peace? So, today I'm going to give you simple ways to bring yourself inner peace. Okay? So, number one, you have to know that your situations do not define you. Okay? So, of course, everyone has past situations. We have past regrets, past circumstances. Most of them should have been used to develop who we are today. So the way that you use your situations is not so that you can live in a life of discombobulation and feeling like you're worthless or worrying always about what people are going to say and think about your situations, but you use those situations as growing points. You think about those situations, especially if it was something that was a little negative, because those are the situations that usually bother us. So if the situation was negative, guess what? Correct it. Actually, you can go a little deeper. You use that situation as a learning point so that once you analyze it, you develop a little more understanding of yourself and about the situation, then you use it to your advantage as a lesson. So, tip number one, your inner situations do not define you. Number two, accept that you're a human and allowed to make mistakes. That acceptance of who you are, and guess what? Nobody's perfect. Everybody makes mistakes. You are human, therefore, you will make mistakes. You will have bad judgments and everything every now and then. That's a part of being human. So, when you know that, then it brings you this type of peace and understanding with you to know that, hey, I'm human. I make mistakes. I'm not perfect. You are allowed to make mistakes. But peace comes when you correct those mistakes, right? If you did something wrong to someone a long time ago, correct it. Like send them some flowers or send an apology letter, or most of all, correct it within yourself. Come to peace with yourself about the situation because you are human. You make mistakes. So, number one, you have to know that your situation do not define you. Number two, you have to know that you're human. You're allowed to make mistakes. That's your right as a human being, right? Make mistakes. And then number three, most importantly, to find that inner peace, you have to take responsibility for your actions. That's a part of being human, and that's a part of not letting your situations define you, is that you have to take responsibilities for your actions. Because when you do things, guess who is it that's doing it? It's you. Therefore, you have the decision and the capacity to decide, hey, is my actions going to bring good consequences or bad consequences? Are my actions going to lead me to the place where I want to be in life? Yes or no? Are my actions going to hurt other people or will they help other people? So your actions, you have to take responsibility for those. And when your actions cause negative consequences, guess what? Going back to one of the other steps, You have to take responsibility and correct your mistakes. You have to learn the lessons from those situations. So all of this bridges in together to help you find that inner peace, because you're missing out on your inner peace because you're letting your situations define you. You're letting your actions speak for themselves without you taking responsibility for your actions. And then you're also not feeling like you're able to make mistakes, because as a human, you are allowed to make mistakes. Okay. So I said I had 3 tips on finding your inner peace, but guess what? Since today is our first Girl Talk with Virginia session live on Facebook, I also have a bonus for you. Hey, guess what? Take a break. Professional women, you know what? You have a lot on your plate as a professional woman. And that's what Prosper Under Pressure is all about. It's about helping professional women alleviate some of that stress, the worry, fears, and doubts that we experience as professional women. Because guess what? We have to wear so many hats, and so many people are dependent upon us to do all of the other things. You have family that's dependent on you. You have your job that's dependent on you. You have other people around you that you're associated with depending on you. I mean, professional women have to bear all of the burdens of taking care of the family and the household. But guess what? That's why you have to take a break and realize that, hey, there's something missing in the midst of all this stuff. Yes, I love my career. Yes, I love my family. Yes, I love doing all these things and being able to be an asset and help people. But guess what? I need to take a break. Taking a break means that you are taking care of yourself. It's called self-care. It's very important for you to take care of yourself. Take those breaks. There's nothing wrong with taking breaks, because guess what? You're a human. Therefore, you need a break. You're not superhuman, even though, as a professional woman, we like to deem ourselves as superwomen, because we wear so many hats and do so many things. But at the same time, you deserve to treat yourself to break. Matter of fact, you need multiple breaks, and they have to be planned in. You have to plan in your breaks, because if you don't plan your breaks and your self-care, they will never happen. Because as a professional woman, we automatically divert to doing for other people before we do for ourselves. So that's why it's important to put breaks into your daily schedule, weekly, whatever is feasible for you and your lifestyle and your family. But you have to schedule those things in. You have to take a break. Okay, so let me reflect to my notes. So what I want to do, because it is almost Mother's Day, right? So ladies, I want you to think about how you're going to take a break. Okay, I want you to think about what you need to do for you. Especially, I know since this COVID thing has been going on, you probably have been working double, triple time and everything. But I want you to know that there are several ways, and the ones that I just went over and reviewed are just a few of the ways that you can find inner peace. But I have an offer that I'm about to open up, and enrollment is the Prosper Under Pressure Professional Women Membership, and the enrollment is going to open soon. But if you're interested in being a founding member, I want you to direct message me for details. And you know why it's important for you to be a founding member? Because you need community. You need other women who understand what you're going through, and you need to be able to let other women know that, hey, I know my industry, I'm a leader, and I want to share what I know with you. I want to give you some tips on how to be within your inner peace and how to live a lifestyle of a professional woman. So that's what this Professional Woman Founders Members opportunity is about. I need leaders. Guess what? There are many benefits to having the founder members enrollment. First of all, you will be grandfathered in for the low introductory rate. Second of all, you're going to be a leader in your industry to other professional women. Number 3, you're going to break barriers that'll help with overcoming fear, worry, and doubt, because that's what this whole group is about. This membership is about helping women overcome worry, fear, and doubt that keeps them from being prosperous, how to prosper under pressure. And then you're going to develop that peace, because everything we do within the group is going to be about developing peace. We're going to have community. We're going to have expert trainers. We're going to have Q&A sessions. We're going to have workbooks to go along with it. It's not going to be overwhelming, but it's going to be just enough to help you pivot to your point of peace that you want within your life. Okay? Wouldn't you love to live a life of peace, right? Peace is the place where you could just breathe, take that breath in and out, and it's just like fresh. It's fresh going in and it's fresh coming out. That's peace. So let's review the components of inner peace. First of all, you have to know that situations don't define you, right? Take control. They don't have to define you. They're your past. They are things that happen that you sometimes don't have control over, but you have control over your inner peace. So that's number one. Situations don't define you. Number two, you are human, which means you are allowed to make mistakes. You are allowed to correct your mistakes. You are allowed to know that you're not perfect, but you have to correct those mistakes, make things right so that you can feel good on the inside, that inner peace. And number three, you have to know that your actions are your responsibility. You are responsible for your actions. So the things that you do, the decisions that you make sure that they are wise decisions. Make sure that you have analyzed your pros and cons. Make sure you have thought things through before you make an action, because you have several components to think about before you make an action. How's it going to affect your family? How's it going to affect your career? How's it going to affect you? Which I said earlier is usually the last thing that people think about is that themselves. Professional women matter. And the last thing we always have on our plate is ourselves. And you shouldn't. If you put yourself first and take care of you, guess what? You would do much better with helping others. You would do better in your career. You would do better in your family. You would do better for yourself. Finding that inner peace starts within you. And when you have that inner peace, you can give it to the world, which provokes more inner peace, which is why it's important for you to join the Prosper Under Pressure Professional Women founding members. Why it's open. So I want to see you in the direct messages saying, hey, Virginia, I want more information about how to be a founding member for the Prosper Under Pressure Professional Women membership. And if you want more information, DM me. I don't mind answering questions. I don't mind giving you a sneak peek into the membership site, because it's on and popping. I just want to wait until that special kickoff, that special launch to open it up to the public. But I want to open it up to you women first who wants to be a founding member. So you have first dibs at it, because you're going to be at the low introductory rate. But after that, when it's open to the public, the prices will increase. So, hey, let's do this together. It's going to be fun. It's going to be educational. It's going to help you in career, family, finances. It's going to help you just to find your inner peace, to learn how to relax and love life. Okay? We want you to prosper under pressure. So I have really enjoyed this first session with you, this first conversation. See, this is Conversations for Professional Women, Girl Talk with Virginia. I'll see you next Monday, 1 o'clock sharp, Girl Talk. Please consider being a founding member. And if you're interested, I will really appreciate it. It will mean the world to me and many other professional women. So until next time, I want you to find that inner peace, be at peace with yourself, and follow those 3 tips. See you later. Have a great day.